Rap has always existed in a gray area between art and reality. Its stories often echo the struggles, pain, and danger of real life, but sometimes those lines blur completely. There have been moments when rappers stopped performing darkness and instead became it, crossing from storytelling into something truly evil. In this video, we'll look at 3 stories of rappers that turned their violent lyrics into reality, culminating in truly heinous crimes. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. The first story
This nigga look a little crazy.
is about an old school rapper named Big Lurch that did something truly horrific that you normally only see in horror movies. Antron Singleton grew up in Dallas, Texas, born September 15th, 1976. At age 7, he began writing poetry, and by his teens, that creative outlet guided him toward rap. By his early 20s, he'd moved to California to chase a rap career. He gravitated to the underground rap scene. He had the size, the voice, and the energy to make it in the underground scene. He called himself Big Lurch, a name inspired by the towering butler from the Addams Family. He eventually joined the Oakland-based collective Comic Slop Shop with members Dooney Baby and producer Rick Rock. The group released the album Da Family in 1998 under MCA Records, with the single Sinful charting modestly on the US rap and R&B charts. The group broke up in 1999, so he pursued a solo career. His music fit perfectly into horrorcore, a niche subgenre where rappers painted cinematic scenes of death, gore, and insanity. For Big Lurch, it was supposed to be just art, but on April 10, 2002, a drug-fueled psychosis would turn his violent lyrics into reality. At the time, Big Lurch had been living with a roommate, a 21-year-old woman named Tynesha Yesias, and her boyfriend in a Los Angeles apartment. That morning, a friend of Tynesha arrived to check on her. When the friend opened the door, she was met with a scene straight out of a nightmare. Tynesha's body lay on the floor, partially nude, with deep wounds to her face and chest. Her chest cavity had been torn open. Pieces of her lungs were missing. The apartment walls and floor were spattered with blood. There were bite marks on her face and shoulder. Furniture had been knocked over, and evidence suggested a violent struggle. The friend fled and called the police. When officers arrived, they confirmed what she had seen and followed a trail of blood out of the apartment. A few blocks away, they found Big Lurch completely naked, covered in blood, wandering in the middle of the street, staring blankly at the sky. Officers said he was out of his mind, growling and incoherent. He was arrested on the spot. Forensic tests later confirmed the blood on his body matched the victim's, and a medical report showed human flesh inside his stomach that did not belong to him. Prosecutors would later—
But I told you, gang. I told y'all from the start of the video. He looked crazy, twin. You telling me you did this? Bro, you got somebody else's flesh in your Oh my God. Hey, ain't gonna lie, boy. Them 90s, the 2000s, it was kind of going crazy. Like, they was doing real. Like, that's when Jeffrey Dahmer and them was alive. Like, niggas was doing crazy shit back in them days. Like, oh my God.
Argued that Lurch had smoked the drug PCP, suffered a psychotic break, and attacked Tynesha in a drug-induced frenzy. At trial, his defense claimed insanity, but in California—
He's not getting out. Look at this nigga. He ain't getting out. He finna be in there for the rest of his life. He ain't getting out.
Voluntary drug use doesn't qualify for an insanity plea. In June of 2003, Big Lurch was convicted of first-degree murder and aggravated mayhem, and later sentenced to life in prison without parole.
What I tell you, nigga? Lock that nigga up. I need to give me a soundboard. What y'all think? But yeah, he need life because you got like that nigga.
The depraved nature of the case caused it to go down in infamy, and Big Lurch was dubbed the hip-hop cannibal.
Got room 10K.
The next story is about a gang member / rapper named Guerrero 10K that's believed to have killed 5 people in a 4-month span. Guerrero 10K renamed Christian Cavazos, was a buzzing rapper from Houston, Texas, and one of the leaders of the 10K criminal street gang. The 10K gang was accused of various crimes such as drive-by shootings, robberies, assaults, murders, and narcotic trafficking. Guerrero 10K was known to have a short temper and went to juvie as a minor in 2017 for assault. Guerrero 10K had been beefing with fellow Houston rapper Cash Out Ace, and the two of them went back and forth dissing each other on social media and in music. Eventually, this beef would lead to Guerrero going on a murder spree.
I'm gonna keep it real to you, bro. They don't even look like they from the hood, bro. They look like they from the suburbs, the good part of damn Houston, Texas. I think he said Houston. If he did, yeah, they look like they from the good part of Houston, Texas. Or Dallas, whatever one he just said. Cause what's the real reason why y'all beefing, bro?
On September 6, 2019, Guerrero was riding in a car with other 10K members when he shot into a separate vehicle containing members of Cash Out. The driver of the vehicle was wounded and decided to pull over in a light industrial area north of Jersey Village. With the car stopped, Guerrero proceeded to get out of his own car and shoot multiple rounds at the person sitting in the back seat of the rival vehicle. That person, 19-year-old Ryan McGowan, aka Cash Out Spaz, was struck multiple times and eventually passed away from his injuries. It turns out that members of Cash Out were the ones that pulled up there looking for 10K members, but Guerrero and 10K caught them first. Following this incident, Guerrero would go on a hunt to kill Cash Out Ace. In the hunt to kill Cash Out Ace, Guerrero would...
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. Being on live, smoking a blunt, or waving gun until you don't look cool, you look corny as hell. Like, you still setting up. You gotta press live on your Instagram live. You gotta press go live. Set up the camera. Wait for people to join. And then you gotta wave your gun. Just like, what is that doing, bro? Like, when niggas be showing their guns, bro, do y'all want us to, like, get scared? Like, what do y'all gain from that, son? I ain't never understood that. Like, I had niggas that did that shit before. But when niggas did that shit, I was never in the camera. I ain't never get in the camera and shit. That shit is corny, man. I'm not finna be on live waving guns at people for what? Nobody gives a fuck.
Kill an innocent elderly couple. On September 25th, 2019, a woman named Rosalba Reyes was driving in a purple Dodge Charger when she was followed to her home on Francitas Drive. Her husband, Romero, was driving behind her in his truck. Guerrero 10K and Cash Out Ace had been arguing on the phone that day. Guerrero believed that Ace's brother drove a purple Dodge Charger. On that day, Guerrero was lurking in Cash Out territory and saw a purple Dodge Charger go by. It turns out that that car was the one Rosalba Reyes was in. Believing that the car belonged to Cash Out Ace's people, Guerrero and another 10K member named Rico 10K followed the car and opened fire, killing Rosalba Reyes and her husband as he tried to run in and save his wife. Once the shooting was over, they fled the scene, went home, and turned on the news. On the news, they saw they killed an elderly couple. Guerrero 10K began to celebrate, believing that he had just killed Cash Out Ace's grandparents. Instead, he killed random civilians. While his hunt for Cash Out Ace...
So you was trying to kill his grandparents, but you didn't kill the grandparents, you killed some civilians. And you went on live and thought that shit was cool. These niggas is lost, gang. Like, when I say these niggas don't, like, they don't look like they from the hood at all. They look like they just started beefing, bro. They just wanted to beef. Them niggas don't really look like they went through nothing, bro. They look like they good kids. Y'all niggas shooting up random civilians. So if it was his grandma, you gonna shoot up somebody's grandma? These niggas be dumb as fuck.
Ace wouldn't stop there and would lead him to killing 2 more people. On December 27, 2019, Cash Out Ace was shooting a music video in which he invited guests. Unbeknownst to him, the location of the music video shoot was leaked to 10K members. During the music video, Guerrero 10K, Rico 10K, a man named Kevin Badillo, and another man named Roman Wise pulled up in a dark-colored Honda and opened fire. Guerrero 10K was armed with an AK-47, while Roman and Rico were armed with pistols. Guerrero and Roman opened fire from the passenger side, and Rico shot out of the sunroof. The shooting was caught on surveillance footage from a nearby business. In the aftermath of all the gunfire, 9 people were shot, 2 died at the scene, and the other 7 were injured. The 2 people that died were Gonzalo Gonzalez, a 20-year-old videographer who attended the University of Houston, and another man named Jonathan Jimenez, who was also 20 years old and a father of a 3-year-old girl. Cash Out Ace was shot in the head, but ultimately survived his injuries. After a lengthy rehabilitation process, he is now almost back to normal. Their getaway driver, Kevin Badillo, was the first arrested, and he told the police everything. Guerrero 10K's house was raided, and bottles of codeine, counterfeit money, 14 pounds of marijuana.
And then it's like, y'all be in the streets. Y'all do this and that third. Y'all shoot at ops. Y'all kill ops. Ops shoot at y'all. Y'all rob people. Y'all do this. Y'all shoot at random people. Then when it's time to get locked up, y'all snitch on you. Like, what be the point of acting like you a gangster, bro? If you gonna snitch or you gonna, like... There's nothing wrong with snitching. But what I'm saying is, if you gonna portray that image of being the gangster, why snitch? Why you ain't being tough to the judge and to the, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, nigga just be...
Plethora of firearms were recovered. Eventually, Guerrero was arrested and charged with all these murders. Rather than take it to trial and face the death penalty, Guerrero accepted a guilty plea and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole till 40 years served. He was just 22 years old and is now sentenced to forever behind bars. Multiple innocent people died over a beef that most likely started over the most petty reasons.
We know. Look at all these weird ass niggas. Look what J Stash. Gang, I know he did some crazy shit. What the fuck do he have on? This shirt is damn near hanging. What the hell do you got on, bro? Like, we know.
It's about a rapper named J Stash. Justin Joseph, better known as J Stash, grew up between Florida and New York, splitting time between the two coasts as a teenager, chasing opportunity. Music became his escape from a rough upbringing. He started recording tracks and posting them online, and slowly built a small following through blogs and local showcases. By his early 20s, he'd relocate to Los Angeles. He caught the attention of Rich the Kid, who signed him to the Rich Forever music label around 2016. That year, he released his breakout mixtape Hood Rich. After a brief stint with Rich Forever, he launched his own label, Relax Records, and released the albums No More Distractions and Relax With Me. By 2020, he'd amassed hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. On the surface, J Stash was the picture of a young rapper living the dream, but off camera, his life was unraveling. Friends later told reporters that beyond the stylish posts, J Stash was controlling and jealous, especially in his relationships. Prior to the criminal situation, J Stash was publicly accused by his ex-girlfriend of domestic violence. J Stash denied it. He said he broke up with her and she couldn't accept it. He said she came over to his house, went through his phone and got mad. He claims he woke up to her on top of him, punching him. He says that he hit her back in self-defense. J Stash claimed that his ex maliciously posted her injuries and lied about the full story in an attempt to ruin his career. Sadly, these allegations would turn out to most likely be true, as he would go on to commit a horrific atrocity against a future girlfriend. Sometime in 2020, J Stash began dating a 27-year-old mother of 3 named Jeanette Gallegos. By late 2021, they were living together in a rented home in Temple City, California, a quiet suburb outside Los Angeles. Family members described Jeanette as loving, soft-spoken, and devoted to her children. Unfortunately, she would become a victim to J Stash's depraved ways. On January 1st, 2022, just after 7 a.m., Jeanette's children woke up to shouting. According to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, J Stash and Jeanette had been arguing behind a closed bedroom door. Minutes later, they heard gunshots. The children, ages 5 to 11, ran to a neighbor's house and called 911.
It be something wrong with these niggas, bro. It real, like, they need help. It's kids in the house, you gonna shoot them, like, just leave, bro. Maybe realize something wrong with these niggas.
Deputies arrived at 7:14 a.m. When officers entered the home, they found Jeanette dead from multiple gunshot wounds. Next to her was Jay Stash, dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The handgun lay nearby. Police later confirmed that the children had been inside the home throughout the whole incident but were physically unharmed. The sheriff's department called it a murder-suicide. An innocent mother gone, and 3 children left traumatized, just like that. Man, these stories were...
I don't know, it's something about LA and shit like that. Like, I be hearing too many stories about LA and shit. It's too much shit going on. It's that Hollywood shit I be talking about, bro. Then it's weird motherfuckers like him. Then the nigga that did the first, it's just too much, bro. I can't do it. This shit